Welcome to another video. In this video we will add the feature to our app to delete the post. So in the previous video we added the feature to edit the post. For example, if the user can go to the URL, to the edit URL, for example post/1 and edit, then it will display a form with the details of that post. So in this video we will add the feature to delete the post. So yeah, let's start. So before starting, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. So let's start and then go to our index path, sorry, index file, and here we will, in this table we will add a new column of actions, and in the actions we will display a button to delete. So let's add a new column, and the column name will be actions. Okay, so before adding the delete action, let's add a edit action. Like for example, the users can directly click on the link and then they can go to the edit form. Instead they go to the URL and edit the link here. So let's add the link for edit first. So to add the edit link, let's add a link to, and the name will be edit, and the path will be, you know that the path is this path. We will hit this path, right? And here, since this path is dynamic, so we have to replace this dash id with the actual id. So how we can do is we can use the interpolation. So it means that we can use the post instance variable here, post.id, right? So in this way the actual id of the post will be replaced here, and the URL will be like, for the first post it will be /posts and /1 dash edit, and then for the second one it will be like dash /post and then 2 and then edit, and for each post it will make the URL, change the URL accordingly, right? So this is the link, and if we go back here, if we refresh, you can see the edited link is added. If I inspect, and I can show you what are the links are actually. So let's zoom it. So you can see that the link is /post and one is the id, right? And then the edit and the edit URL, because our URL is the same that we were editing here, right? So in the same way, if we inspect the URL of this one, it's done now dynamic, because we make we are using the interpolation, right? So if we click on this one, you can see it takes us to the edit form, and the URL is /post1 and edit. And in the same way, if we click on the second one, the URL is /posts and edit, and so on. So the edit link is done. Now let's add a new link, because we added the one column, and let's add a new link, and the link will be to delete the post. We have to send a delete request, right? So because we are not sending any get request, so let's go to our routes. We will send a delete request, and a delete request will be /posts and id, right? And the controller will be post, and the method that will be called is destroy, right? So let's go here and add a link to the link name or title is title, it will be delete, and the URL is the URL will be this one. Because we added the ID here so that we can know that which post to destroy, right? So we can now replace the ID with the using the string interpolation, and in the same way we have to use the post.id here, right? But if I refresh, the link is added, but if I click on this one, you can see that it sends the get request, and but we don't want to send the get request. Instead we want to send the delete request, right? So if we go back here, and what we have to do is we have to define we have to tell the route that this is a delete request, not a get request. So we can use data and turbo underscore method, and the method will be delete, right? So if I go to the gem file, I can show you that we are using turbo rails, right, and stimulus rails. So that's why we have to define the method like this is a delete method in this way, like data and turbo underscore method. So if we go back and refresh, if I inspect the delete URL, and you can see that the URL is \posts and 1, and we have now this attribute data-turbo-method, and the method is delete. So if I click on this one, you can see that nothing happens, and we don't get the other error, that the get request error. So if I go back here, I can show you. Now you can see that it started the delete request on this URL, right? And it says that the action destroy could not be found. Okay, so it means that we have to go to the post controller, and we are missing the destroy method. Okay, now let's refresh and hit again delete. If we go back to the terminal, you can see that we don't get any error in the terminal, and it sends the delete request, and it is processed by post controller and a destroy action, and the ID passed is 1, but it is saying that no template found, because Rails, when send the request to any action controller, it tries to find the view for that action, because destroy requests actually don't need any action, any view. So what we will actually find a post with this ID that is passed in the controller, and we will destroy it, and then after destroying we will redirect the user to the main page, to this page again. So because the destroy action don't need any view. So let's find the post.find, and how can we find? We can find by the params is ID, right? And what we can do is post dot destroy. So when we run this destroy, it will trigger a delete query in the database, and delete from the database that post from the database. So after the post is deleted, we can redirect the user to \post, right? If we go to the routes, you can see that we have like 2 routes with the same actions, like the root route, this route, it also shows the post index, or \posts, it also shows the post and index view. So instead of \post, we can also use the root route, right? So let's refresh, and let's try to delete the first post. You can see that the first post is deleted, and if we go back here, and you can see that it the request delete request comes here and processed by the destroy action, and you can see that it triggers this delete query, delete from posts where post.id is 1. So this line actually deletes the post, and after the post is deleted, we are redirecting the user to this root path. You can see a localhost 3000, and then we have this backslash, only the root path, right? So after the user is redirected, so it then sends the request to the index method and list fetch all the posts again and list them on this page. So our delete feature is also completed. So hopefully you have learned something new. So if you want to subscribe my channel, please subscribe, and yeah, keep watching.